never wanted to experience.
Enough, Tony. We tried and we failed. Time to admit we might not have all the answers on this one.
We needed to act, and that's exactly what I did. Yeah, okay, the plan didn't work out. I'll come up with another. If that doesn't work, I'll try again, and again, until I win.
You win?
You know what I meant.
I know exactly what you meant. Listen to someone other than yourself for once. Stand down, Tony.
Not while I can still fix this. What do you say, Bo? Is Rogers right? Should the star player get benched? Or maybe you're smart, and you know I can get us across the...
I have faith in you, Tony. One fail...
The great hunter has spoken. I knew you'd have my back. Anything else, Rogers?
This won't end well.
You know what? Write down all of your concerns. Email.
I need to cool off after that last action. Literally.
I've used the Abbey's chapel many times. It's nice to have a peaceful place of worship.
Oh, you are gonna love this. Got more coil for me? Sometimes, I even impress myself. That is a lot. This is some of my best work.
Always a pleasure.
What you doing, Charlie?
Practice makes perfect.
I guess I could show you a couple of things.
See you around.
Our time. So.
Surely the situation is not as dire as it seems.
That's what I'm doing. If the circumstances weren't so
Keep at it. Do.
These books tell me Chthon has been a...
But what else?
I could keep you up all...
Who were these elder gods? Tell me about them.
Siblings brought into existence on this planet by the Demiurge, the source of all life. These beings were named Set, Gaia, Ashtur, and Chthon. They ruled the planet for many millennia, each of them pursuing their own interests, increasingly battling each other for supremacy until finally it became too much. New gods emerged to topple the old gods and remove their influence from our world.
Nothing lasts forever, even for gods. Was Chthon always this monstrous evil from the very...
There was always something wrong with... While Chthon's sibling Gaia sought to nurture life on his planet, Chthon saw... It was because of that evil
And there he waits.
like
If Chthon
the world and all life as you know it will cease to exist. We will exist only as extension.
What about the Darkhold?
The Darkhold is dangerous in its own way. It is Chthon's own...
And the writing is probably... The prophecy mentions this...
I'm not sure.
Something will have to be done about...
One more book. Maybe...
I know what it's like to feel guilty about the death of a loved one, too. My Uncle Ben. It's my fault he died. Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
Do you think what Peter said is true? That Agatha...
The only person you need to forgive...
Forgive myself for murdering someone I love?
By first accepting that it was not your...
Of course, it's always... If I had learned to control my powers better.
Agatha understood the dangers of taking someone as powerful as... She did it anyway, because she had...
And look what her faith cost her.
Maybe she saw something in you.
That's nice of you to say. I still haven't been able to look her in the eyes. She hates...
You cannot hide from her. You need to figure out how to summon the courage to face her.
Yeah, you're right.
You owe it to yourself. Agatha would want the two of you to be...
I know. I just...
Try.
Yeah.
I will take...
Thanks, Hunter.
The Abbey cannot shelter us.
Isn't it lit?
Guess you...
So...
Let's face it, this doomsday scenario might be a little... So, it's time for them to...
While I admit that we may need a change in...
It's not like they have any problem stonewalling us.
Nico, we are...
Well, maybe this working together stuff doesn't... Besides, everyone needs... Even the...
So...
You mean a plan to stop Chthon from... We don't have all the deets nailed down. Till then, keep this under... I don't want to freak out the...
Will do.
Cool. Hey guys, I know you probably don't want to...
Hey, thanks for coming, everybody. I know we're all stretched thin at the moment.
We're all here for you, Robbie. We know this is important to you.
But we should move things along. I know what you're all thinking. You thought Blaze was a major league asshole.
Whoa, I thought Professor Xavier was the mind reader, Logan.
Quiet, you. Anyway, Blaze. Yeah, he wasn't nice. But it's not a nice world. And sometimes you gotta be that way to get things done. And he really got a lot of things done. So, you kids remember that. You won't always be so fresh-faced and innocent.
Thanks, Logan. You said it better than I ever could. To be honest, I really struggled with what I was gonna say. Because I used to worship the flaming ground Blaze rode on. And then I met him. And safe to say, I didn't worship him so much anymore. Fairly certain I hated him. Right until he went and sacrificed his life to save mine. Johnny might not have been perfect, but at the end of the day, he was one of us. And I'm glad to have known him. To Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze. Is that it? Can we go now?
So,
You can't find it, can you?
Do you have any siblings?
No,
I can't imagine growing up as an only child.
that is your
My
So,
I've never heard that. I guess if you asked Pietro, it would be me.
then I am evil too.
I don't think it works.
Why is he not here?
Who knows? I haven't heard from him in a while. Twin telepathy and all that.
You can read his mind?
No, but I can kind of sense him. It's...
I hope you hear from him.
me too. For someone who's so fast, he's sure...
So, I read in your war journals, issue 47 to be specific, that you've been to Transia.
Is that a question?
More like a prompt. You know, to see if the journals were true, or if there was something you left out intentionally.
Ah, for intel.
Yes, definitely for intel.
Hunter?
The hunter stalks its prey.
Hello, my sweet girl. Why do you have so...
Is a reconstituted revenant about to hit?
I mean...
Oh, you aren't kidding. Concept of billionaire didn't exist back then, huh? Money isn't everything, but it's a lot of things. It gets you access, and Greece...
Sounds like you...
Of course not. I do useful things with my money. Most billionaires... Or worse, they toy with vanity. You know, standard rich idiot nonsense. Or worse, they do, and they just don't care. But that's fine.
Heading to... I'll walk.
I was up all night finishing this book.
Yeah, thought choosing a weird book.
Why would...
More punch for the rest.
Why have I not heard of I know it's an older book, but this...
I thought Logan might bail, but I told him we bring more snacks this time. You go. All right, Logan, I need to know. Why did you choose this book?
I'll tell you, just not yet. I want to hear what you thought of this book.
It was written in the 1940s, so I expected some repugnant attitudes and phrases. But it surprised me. The writing was simple, yet the story was deeper than it had any right to be.
What was your favorite part?
It's in the chapter where Crash and the princess escape the Zorgots. The next morning, they see the sun rise and Mars rising beside it. When the princess asks what the future holds and Crash just stares at Mars as it eclipses the sun, it gave me chills.
Is it just me, or do the stellar bodies represent...
Absolutely. The time they have together is fleeting. Anyway, I think the moment gets lost when the Zorgot...
I don't get why the robot dog didn't warn them. I thought it could talk.
Not until number 19, the minefields of the reticulates. It's a whole thing.
Got it. So, what's the idea with Crash's promise?
What about it?
When Crash apprehends Glaxogorp, they have a tense conversation in the back of the flypod. Crash says there's a way the Zorgots can leave the moon with everything they want, but the princess must take the throne. Then Crash vows that no queen of royal blood shall ever rule Deimos. Glaxogorp agrees.
Glaxocorp agrees because all Zorgots know Crash...
Isn't that the point? Crash cares so deep, and how does that tie into the Hydro gun?
Really? You don't see it?
I do.
They're shapeshifters.
Who?
Crash and Glaxogorp.
No.
Yep.
But then, when do they...
The hydrogun fight. Crash gets hit in the helmet and goes down. And what happens whenever Crash is unconscious?
The helmet changes color. Turns bronze like the suit.
Right. Then Glaxogorp pulls up on the rocket sled and takes Crash and the princess into custody. That's when they make the switch. Crash and...
It is obvious. They put her in Crash's suit.
Exactly. Crash won't need it to survive because they're within the bubble city. So we get to the Deimos Council meeting. The princess refuses the throne and declares her love for Crash, who is the princess in Crash's suit. When they embrace, the false princess deactivates the Magna Manacles binding Crash. But Crash nabs the Star Scepter from the fake princess, activates the suit's zoom vest, and smashes through the monoculus.
So, if that's the actual princess, she escapes. But who is the false princess?
That's a shape-shifted Glaxogorp. Without the Star Scepter, Deimos can't crown their queen.
Right. She never wanted it, and the Zorgots definitely don't want it. Glaxogorp, posing as the princess, can steer Deimos away from war.
And when the fake Glaxogorp vows the Star Scepter shall be restored to the princess, that's actually Crash.
So Crash made two vows and broke neither of them. The cliffhanger with Glaxogorp chasing Crash's ship is actually Crash returning to the princess so they can escape Deimos.
You got it. They reveal the switcheroo at the beginning of number 6, Attack of the Intergalactic Space Weasels.
Clever. I like it more now. And that's where we'll call it for tonight.
So, Logan, why did you pick this book?
My book.
You have only been...
Yeah, but you...
I wonder if Tony could...
I would have liked to...
You did not mention...
Yeah, with everything going on, I'm gonna put book club on a hiatus.
I enjoyed some of it.
Oh,
The punch. That wretched bowl of candied bile stains everything. Blade.
don't let Sarah hear you say it.
I know. Truly, its only unnatural aspect is the
Fancy words. Sounds like... Well, I'm glad you joined me for all of this. Maybe next...
A sparring club? Is that just training?
You saw right. You leaving?
That is it.
Right.
I hope you don't mind the setting. Promise I'm not trying to put any, divine pressure on you. It's just that you've really helped me expand my horizons with all this supernatural stuff.
What did...
I'm launching a new R&D department focused on magical items and potential new applications. It's gonna be...
That sounds very exciting, Tony. I'm glad to...
I'm really glad to hear you say that. You see, I need someone to lead this new division. I drew up a long list of names, read it over, then crumpled it up into a ball and threw it away. Right over there.
Who?
You.
Me?
You'll get your own office, staff, access to the most arcane, powerful artifacts I can track down, 401k, gym membership. The sky's the limit. Not even. There would be... What do you say?
Yes. After all the...
I knew you'd be into it. But I don't want you rushing. Take your time. Think it over. We'll talk again when things are a little less...
Buonazua.
You wanted to...
Leadership looks good on you, huh?
Think...
When did it happen?
Right before you rescued...
That was fast. They must really... I remember welcoming the Sons with open arms and feeling that... But I still wonder if I...
You do know that you still believe...
Do I?
You do not need to question it. And as de facto leader of the Midnight Suns...
That, means a... I like the feeling of being part of a... one that we both fit into. After all that's happened, I find myself
And what?
a collection of DVDs. I know it's irrational to...
Everything felt surreal after my resurrection. It was not...
That's exactly what I mean.
What was on your
Old musicals. They brought me comfort during the...
What were they?
Simple times in a simpler world. I know it wasn't like that. Not really. Let's do this again soon, yes?
Ah, I see you have been reunited with your grimoire.
Actually, it's my diary. I'm not ready.
Making a new...
I am.
About what?
About you, actually.
I do hope it is an entry about my last...
It's actually more about what a great friend you've been to me since I came back. You're the first person since Agatha who believed in me. So, I'm setting it in ink because I never want to forget how you took a chance on me.
I have no doubt you would have done the same for me.
I'd like to think your friendship means more than you know.
What makes you say that?
Because I'm dangerous.
But you know that is exactly what makes you a formidable sword.
Sure, but it also makes me potentially dead. I mean, what if I'm conjuring some spell or hexed some hellhound and accident? I couldn't live with myself.
I am the hunter. I stalk the dream. I am the boogeyman nest mothers tell their little...
I don't think nest mothers have baby demons, but
There is nothing adore.
I get it. You're as tough as Teflon.
I do not know what Teflon is, but yes, I am as tough as they come.
Let's hope you're right. I don't want to be the cause of any more...
Except for...
Right. There...
And shadowhounds, nest mothers, lower level.
Okay.
I hope so. Because we need you, Wanda. Just be sure to aim it in the right direction.
Thanks, Hunter. You make me feel needed, and some...
Hunter, a word?
I'm listening.
I wanted to apologize.
As I said before, it is all right.
If we want to kick the temperature up in here,
You are...
Yes, but that conversation...
I see you are still hesitant.
I'm not trying to keep secret.
Why would it be a lot?
Hypothetically speaking.
I would almost...
Ah, but you have to remember, as a leader, the last thing I want is...
Are you not tired of...
No. Having control keeps I go into deep...
You do not trust...
Keep doing what you're doing, and I'm sure...
Quite a view out here, Logan.
You know, I didn't always go by Logan. Or Wolverine, for that matter. Once upon a time, they used to call me Weapon X. Not a...
Tough. Deadly.
Maybe so. But sometimes... something softer like Bob or Moonchild. You ever think how your whole...
My name does not define what I am.
Well, for your sake, I think you got lucky with somebody...
I suppose her name...
I'd have killed to have someone like Caretaker in my life. One way or another.
That must have been hard.
For a while, yeah. But lately, I've been...
Oh?
Could be a lot of things. Maybe. Or maybe.
If my presence is causing you to reclaim your edge, then I am honored.
Hopefully it's the only side effect. Otherwise, I ain't had a real teammate I could count on since I took a break from the X-Men.
How is it?
It's kinda...
You know that I was supposed to replace you, right?
I may have heard something.
Well, I never thought I could.
You are the Scarlet Witch.
Only with your help.
You fought her with everything you had. I could not have brought...
It's nice of you to say. Even if I had the skill to replace you, I couldn't have done so in
That does sound...
It's fine. What's important is that you are here.
Everyone is where they need to be.
You said it better than I. And that's my... What a wonderful gesture.
Wanda? Am I seeing things, or is that you in the library with your nose buried in a grimoire?
No, it's me, all right. Wanda.
Uh-oh. Someone is going to get...
If you mean Lilith, Hydra, and every Lilin, they're screwed. Because the Scarlet Witch is back in full form.
So, I take it you no longer...
The curse of self-doubt has definitely been lifted. I feel like I can trust myself again.
You may not fear yourself anymore, but... And that's something.
She messed with the wrong witch, didn't she?
She has a habit...
Well, now she has to deal with both of us. Because we have a world. And for the first time in a long time, I truly and honestly... It's empowering.
I am glad you are better.
And it's all thanks to you.
To think, long ago the nation of Transia was once the seat of power for the heroic knights of Wondergore.
Might as well be Camp Hydra these days.
They're pulling in reinforcements from everywhere. But reinforcing what exactly?
Mount Wondergore. There's been something wrong with that place for as long as I can remember.
Something like this.
Nothing wrong with that. Now we know where to strike. Time for a little payback on Queen, Demon... No? Right. Make one slight mistake.
Handing my mother the last page of the Darkhold?
Bringing back the Hulk?
Okay, same mistake. Technically, fine. You take point then.
Roger that.
Actually, how about you let us handle things? The Sanctum, Tony's Gamma Death Star, Wanda. Think about it. Every time we listen to you all, some new catastrophe seems to happen. You're not our babysitter, Hunter.
You're our leader.
And we are the Midnight Suns. We're family.
And family's family. So this time,
We got your back.
Then what are we waiting for?
What if we aim for his heart or something?
He's not a vampire. He's a gamma-powered muscle man.
Juiced up with a heavy dose of Lilith's corruption.
In other words, we're screwed.
Look, I know Lilith is like a dark goddess with an extra angry Hulk as her number 2.
Don't forget the Parchment of Power. She's got that too, which is like super OP.
But we've got something that she doesn't.
A death wish?
No, dude. We've got friends. Each other. We're the Midnight Suns. And you know what we Suns do?
We rise.
We've got this, guys. We have to believe in ourselves if we're gonna pull this off. Blade, Robbie, you know what to do, right?
We'll see you soon, Nico.
Better not leave me hanging, because our entire continued existence depends on us.
Right. No pressure. It's just the end of the world.
Not if we can help it.
Should we do
I'll be monitoring the troops' movements from here. You have a small window to strike the facility and get out.
What? No giant alien slime bubbles, demon energy barriers, or jolly green monsters?
Then they're ours.
That room.
Lilith, too. So it was here, all along. Wanda was right.
She usually is.
Right. One problem at a time. Midnight Suns, assemble! Or whatever.
Yes. Midnight Suns Assemble or whatever.
Why not?
It looks as if Lilith has sent every last Hydra goon she could find to guard the entrance.
Between the creepy glow and the howling demonic Hulk, I think we're running out of time.
We must not let them stand in our way. Hail that!
Whatever works.
Weak, even for Hydra.
This usually works. It must be weird having no discernible personality of your own.
Situation is under control. Follow my lead. How many times is that?
To think this was once hallowed ground, long before Lilith was entombed here.
Too bad it was Hydra that finally stuck around.
Chthonic was waiting eagerly for this moment. Giving Hydra any more credit than
Leave some for the rest of us.
I might have to try that myself.
Your fate is sealed. You are lucky to be breathing. You are going to talk.
Buy us some time! Get inside while you can. Leave that to me.
Punch it!
Hell yeah!
You alone among your kind can serve as the conduit of my power, precious child. Liber tenebris reversus es nobis. Only a few moments longer. Together we will reforge the Darkhold and usher in...
It's over, lady! Mother, no! Stop this!
Lucky shot. She won't hit me again.
But it is all for you. Everything I do is always for you, child.
Block her out! She gave up the right to call you that word when she sold her soul to that monster.
The truth shall reveal itself soon enough, sister.
Even with her attention focused on that damn book, Lilith's barrier will not be easy to bring down.
Yeah, but the cave sure is.
Midnight Suns, disassemble.
Now you're talking.
It's not the most elegant solution, but bringing the roof down on them will certainly put a damper on things.
Should have hit a few of those columns with the hell ride.
I'm gonna tell Robbie you said that.
Was that truly your best? They are being reinforced.
Do not waste will not be undone.
You have the power to stop this, Mother.
A debt of blood is owed, and a debt of blood shall be paid. Chthon will rise.
There's no convincing her. You know what you have to do.
Who's next? She will sustain us.
Liber tenebris reversus es nobi.
Get out of there, now! You've done more than anyone could ask!
Almost! Yo, demon lady! One thing, before we go. This is for
Johnny Blaze!
No! The spell must not be interrupted!
Now we may leave.
Mother.
Your mother died centuries ago. Now get out of there!
wrong?
Everything.
Are you seeing this?
Yes, Robbie, I have eyes.
Dude, that's so freaking crazy.
Please be alarmed in silence.